Today on Teuty's Track Analysis, we have the track of the day for February 22nd, Stars of Glory by Maverick V8. Stars of Glory is a mixed surface track made from the surfaces plastic, road, ice, pipe, and penalty sand. It also has special blocks of which are engine off, reset, reactor boost, turbo boost, and bumpers. The track has two finishes. The Risky requires a 360-degree spin in combination with a bumper block, and is also followed by a short backwards driving section. This risky path is also a fair bit faster than the safe alternative, which is about a minimum of 0.7 of a second longer. And although not required, there are also multiple bug slide opportunities on the track. I completed the track with a time of 50.787, which is 1 second ahead of the gold medal time and 2 seconds behind the author medal time. I was quite surprised on how much I enjoyed the track, and on the plus or minus rating scale, I would give the track a plus++. For today's analysis and comparison, we're using the current world record Ghost driven by Elcon. They had a time of 48.612, and this is 2.175 ahead of my personal best. For the first pipe here, you want to be inside this curve here, and on the exit, you also want to jump out on the right side. This will let you get slightly earlier ground contact here so you can start accelerating a little bit quicker. And because of that earlier ground contact, I actually pull ahead of the world record a little bit. However, I'll lose it basically right away as I don't take this jump in the correct spot. For this jump here, you want to take it down towards the lower right side. This leads us into the next pipe, which again, you want to take on the inside right side, and then that'll push you kind of up towards the middle, and then you want to jump off towards the left side of the pipe. My momentum here is not perfect. I'm going up towards the right instead of down towards the left on the exit, so it'll still be a fine exit, but not an ideal one. I won't really be going over the wall ride too much here. It's pretty self-explanatory. However, before you get there, you will be switching from third to fourth gear, so make sure you straighten out your tires as that gear switch happens. Again, the wall ride here, pretty self-explanatory. You can take it kind of low. You can kind of go up a little bit higher. It doesn't make a huge difference. For this jump here, you want to be pretty far over to the right, almost as far as you can get without actually hitting that little strip of penalty grass. As you see, that lower right line the world record took allows them to land fairly early here on this part. As for the upcoming wall jump, it's really hard to put into words how you want to take this. It's a lot of trial and error. I will say that if you do feel like you were going very, very high here, you can hold brake to reduce your air time. Just make sure you start accelerating again before you end up touching the ground. The world record and I both take slightly different lines here. We do end up landing similarly, however, the world record will have slightly more exit speed than I do, but overall, I'm pretty happy with that one. As for this jump into the bug slide, you want to land completely sideways here, and for the bug slide itself, you also need to be holding gas, brake, and be turning towards the corner you want to turn towards. This lets you spin very, very quickly around the corner and lets you start accelerating again. Essentially, we have the same thing here going up towards the left, although I found this one way more difficult to perform. There's so many things to bonk into here, including the right side of the ramp, the left side here up in front of us you can easily hit, as well as the elevation changes here are very difficult to get across smoothly. Ideally, you kind of want your right side tires to be connecting from ramp to ramp here. You probably don't even want to really touch this flatter section. We'll see that I don't get the bug slide, however I do like perfectly bonk the back of my car on the edge of this arrow, which gives me a fairly straight exit without losing too much speed. Not the ideal outcome, however, the bug slide is much faster. After that, to ride this plastic wall, you just want to come up nice and flat against it and turn with the wall. This brings us into the ice section, which you want to perform your normal ice slide, and before you get to this bumper, you want to tap brake. This will slightly turn your car, but as you hit the bumper, allow your car to keep spinning throughout the air, and then allow you to continue another slide here towards the right-hand side. This leads us into another bumper here where I again brake tap before hitting. I don't know if this one is necessary to do, however, I did do it here. I do end up spinning a little too much, which is why I think you might not need to brake before hitting that one, but it'll end up being all right. But once you land, just continue driving backwards until you get into one of the 3 finish lines. So I was a bit surprised to see this type of track today. Normally a track like this would be reserved for a first of the month track. And I guess pleasantly surprised as well because, I greatly enjoyed today's track. It was a very nice change of pace. I'd say the only thing I really disliked about today's track was the second bug slide. It was super difficult to get up the ramp section cleanly, hard to perform the bug slide, and the exit to the bug slide was also super narrow and very, very blind. I also do think there were some great things on today's track, including the lead up to the second pipe in which you drive over some penalty sand and get the engine off. I feel like if you were descent into that pipe full speed, it would have made it quite unmanageable for a lot of the players, including myself. So yeah, really enjoyed the track today, and if you enjoyed today's analysis, please like the video and subscribe. Check the description for links to my Twitch and Discord if you're interested in those, and be sure to check out all the other track analysis videos out on the channel already. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one.